As you get started on the process of creating an in-motion community, it is important to remember that no one person can do it alone. You will need to build a strong community action team that shares a vision, is committed to the cause, and brings the skills, expertise, and experience required. The InMotion Community Action Workbook includes tools to help you recruit an action team by brainstorming who some of the best individuals for your team are, developing recruitment strategies, identifying the roles, and outlining the expertise and skills required. Once your team is identified, you will need to develop and agree upon a simple terms of reference to outline the purpose, scope, and limitations of the team. The workbook includes a sample terms of reference to get you started. Your community action team then needs to ensure there is a shared vision. A compelling vision statement is powerful. It paints a picture of your community's future in words. It also provides inspiration and motivation for both your actions and your decisions. There is a worksheet included with the tools to help you through the process of writing your vision statement. Getting started on your in-motion community begins with having a team and a vision in place. The rest you take step by step. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead.
Building a better understanding of your community through the creation of profiles is the first in the 5-step process to develop, implement, and evaluate your action plan to get more kids more active more often. You will need to create a community physical activity profile which helps you to gather information about your community through a physical activity lens. When using this lens, you can identify the assets your community has to offer and the opportunities to improve or build upon them. Gathering physical activity information strengthens your profile by identifying baseline metrics to establish and track successes, guiding effective decision-making and prioritization, and by providing opportunities to engage community members and potential partners to participate in solutions. Data for your community physical activity profile will come from a variety of sources. It may be existing information gathered and shared by partners in health, education, and recreation. It could be demographic data gathered through the Canadian Census, or information obtained through focus groups, surveys, meetings, or just simple conversations. There are a number of tools and information sheets in the workbook to support and guide your research and data collection. Once you have gathered your data, the information can be overwhelming, and you want to keep your profile simple, clear, and to the point. Here's a useful tip. Saskatchewan InMotion follows a community action model to guide planning. By organizing the data you collect following this model, you will be better able to establish a clear starting point, identify potential priorities for actions, and track progress made in a consistent way. By integrating these 6 elements, you really are getting a clearer picture of the building blocks that exist or may be needed to create an in-motion community. Once you have created your physical activity profile and organized your data, you are now ready to write your community profile. Your community profile should sum it all up. It should include the name and a description of your community. It should be written for an external audience with an outsider's lens and include information such as population, location, and economy. You should focus on what makes your community proud, what you're known for, and why people live or visit the community. And that is step 1.
Organizing a moving together symposium or community gathering is a great way to bring the community together and is an important step in developing an effective action plan. The symposium is an important engagement opportunity that supports your action plan by providing an opportunity to learn more about the issue and solutions, ensuring members of the community have an open invitation to get involved, and are included in the action planning process, helping to identify community priorities, bringing new volunteers and fresh perspectives, engaging youth, motivating and inspiring people to take action, helping create energy and support for the work of your action, and helping engage the decision makers and supporters you'll need along the way. There are so many opportunities and benefits that result from this type of engagement with your community. The next step is making it happen. Saskatchewan in Motion has included in the workbook a very comprehensive event planning toolkit to guide you through each critical step in organizing the symposium. It covers event objectives, the agenda, the speaker, the logistics, the committee, the participants and invitations, as well as promotions and follow-up. The comprehensive information sheets and worksheets provided give you samples and tips to ensure a successful event. And that is step 2.
The first 2 steps are about building a better understanding and engaging with your community. Step 3 is about taking what you learned and heard and completing your action plan. Once complete, your action plan will provide you and your community action team with a roadmap to success. It will follow the community action model toward your desired behavior change. The workbook walks you through and supports the development of all the key elements of your action plan, starting with the shared goal of more kids, more active, more often. You also want to ensure the vision and priorities for action that were developed are reflected in the plan. Then you need to identify clear and measurable objectives to achieve each of your priorities. Specific actions should be determined for each of your objectives. When deciding on the actions, you should consider all the elements of the community action model. What will help create a better understanding of the issue? What will help raise public awareness of the issue and the solutions? Are they program related? Do they address built and social environments? Do they help influence physical activity policy? A plan to change behavior takes time, but you can pick some early action or quick wins that help to raise community awareness for the long-term vision and help build momentum. And that is step 3.
Now that your community action plan to get more kids, more active, more often is developed, it's time to take action. You have all of the building blocks in place to be an in-motion community, but remember, behavior change takes time. As you put your actions in motion, here are some tips to keep this implementation step fun, energetic, and inspiring. Keep it going by identifying a few ideas that maintain momentum, celebrating milestones as you progress to your goal, or you can tell your in-progress story in the media, at community meetings, and on social media. Communicate your vision, your objectives, and your progress. Consider using a number of communication activities to keep your community informed along the way. Track and report the process as you progress. Keep your stakeholders, potential funders, and Saskatchewan in Motion in the loop. Everyone will appreciate your efforts to take meeting notes, record interesting quotes and testimonials along the way, track expenses and receipts, and you can even take photos of the people and process. Celebrate milestones to share accomplishments and build momentum. Thank you notes and recognition events along the way make a big difference to keep leaders and volunteers engaged. And that is step 4.
You have now arrived at the final step in creating an in-motion community. Evaluation is critical to the long-term sustainability of your work. Regardless of the method of evaluation you may choose, knowing and documenting if you are having success in reaching your goals and objectives helps to guide the work, fix barriers along the way, and ultimately share your success. Measuring your accomplishments will help you understand the needs of your community, increase awareness, ensure sustainability of your in-motion initiatives, and reaffirm your vision for the future of your community. Evaluation can be simple or complex, depending on the needs and expectations of your community action team, key stakeholders, and partners. You will want to be sure you are evaluating your progress toward the shared goal of more kids, more active, more often. The In Motion workbook guides you through some great questions to ask to evaluate your progress and measure your objectives. Good evaluation also enables you to describe impact. Following and referring back to the community action model is an excellent way to describe the overall impact of your work by asking, have your actions increased understanding of the issue and/or solutions in your community? Have your actions increased public awareness of the issue and/or solutions in your community? Have your actions addressed access or barriers to programs in your community? Have your actions impacted positive physical and/or social environments in your community? And have your actions impacted policy change in your community? There's no point in evaluation if you don't share your success. Everyone wants to learn about how you are doing and how it impacts them. Plan to share your success and progress regularly. Always try to think of new and creative ways to tell your story.